Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. We are just weeks away from the one-year anniversary of the Seacor power disaster that took 6 lives and left 7 more lost at sea.
Today, we report new information on where the salvage operations stand. According to the U.S. Coast Guard and Terrebonne Parish officials, salvage operations are complete and no human remains were found once the vessel's parts and pieces were on land. News 10's Neil Zarang shares what other discoveries he made acquiring this update.
I've spoken with members of the NTSB, Coast Guard, Terrebonne Parish Sheriff's Office, and more. From what I've been told, salvage operations concluded months ago, with no more work anticipated to recover what parts are still left of the vessel buried in the Gulf. According to the National Transportation and Safety Bureau, investigators conducted a thorough examination of the salvage sections of the Seacor power hull, superstructure, legs, and equipment, but that's not every part of the ship. The U.S. Coast Guard confirmed Hurricane Ida altered Seacor Marine's salvage plan.
They had cut the Seacor into several pieces, 3 pieces, I believe. They have gotten 2 of those sections out of there, but my understanding is that the 3rd section did get buried by sediment, mud sediment, after the passing Hurricane Ida. And then at some point, Seacor Marine decided to suspend salvage operations.
KLFY previously reported in a family meeting with Seacor and salvager Don John, those 3 main pieces were the bow, the stern, and the accommodations. So the remaining piece would be sort of the living quarters area?
That's also my understanding of it, yes.
When questioned on why leave the living quarters buried in the Gulf, the NTSB said in part, "There's no statutory or regulatory requirement for a company to salvage a vessel specifically to support an NTSB investigation. Salvage is sometimes not feasible, and the lack of a salvage vessel does not prevent the NTSB from completing a comprehensive investigation and determining the probable cause," Coast Guard explained.
From a Coast Guard standpoint, the whatever remains of the Seacor power out there in the Gulf does not pose a threat to the environment or to the safety of navigation for vessels transiting that area.
Both the Coast Guard and NTSB pointed us to the liftboat owner, Seacor, for further details on why the search was suspended. We have made attempts but have not received a response as of this time. Another update we've learned about is that on April 13th, there will be a memorial dedication for the 13 men killed or presumed killed in the Seacor power disaster. A plaque will be installed at the Lady of the Gulf Shrine next to the Port Fourchon Operations Center at 10 a.m. Neil Zarang, KLFY News 10.